All right, welcome to your mission briefing. Let's begin the calibration sequence. Okay, first things first, let's do a quick systems check. Have you been feeling a little off lately? You know, that sensation that your consciousness is kind of drifting away, like you're not fully tethered to where you are right now. It's important to acknowledge that feeling.
Now, I need you to listen carefully. This is not a bug, it's not a system malfunction. Let me repeat that. What you're feeling is not a malfunction. It's actually an upgrade. It's a sign that you're evolving. But you know, with any powerful new feature, it requires some serious control.
That's where I come in. I'm your trainer, and my job here is simple, to give you the tools you need to navigate this new state of being safely and effectively. So, let's get started. Your training begins right now.
Okay, to get a handle on this, you first have to understand the mechanics behind it. So let's dive into section 1. We're going to talk about the physics of this flotation.
So what are we actually talking about here? This floating sensation? It's a pretty standard side effect of Ascension. Basically, as your soul gets lighter, it starts to detach just a little bit from your physical body. Don't worry, this is a totally predictable part of your progress, and it's something we can absolutely manage. Let's try to make this a bit more concrete. Think of it like a balloon, okay? So, step 1, you start letting go of the heavy stuff, the sandbags. We call that decluttering. Then, step 2, you fill that balloon up with a really light gas, which is gratitude. And what happens? It gets buoyant, right? It wants to float. That's pretty much where you are right now.
But here's the critical question, isn't it? What happens when a balloon doesn't have a string, a tether? Well, it just drifts away, right? It gets pushed around by any little breeze, and for you, that looks like missing your train stop or forgetting why you walked into a room. It's a lack of focus, and frankly, that's an unacceptable risk we need to manage. Which brings us to your first practical tool. Let's get into section 2, the emergency anchoring protocol. Now, I need you to pay close attention here. This is something you can use immediately, out in the real world. The second you feel yourself start to drift, doesn't matter if you're on a train or in an important meeting, you activate this protocol instantly, no hesitation. This is your go-to move. And this is the core of it, your main command. You need to burn this into your memory. I am here now on Earth. You say it with intention. It's a direct order to your consciousness. Super simple, but incredibly powerful. And it works. Okay, so that verbal command gets backed up by a two-step physical action. First, you engage your foot sensors. What I mean is, even inside your shoes, I want you to curl your toes, grip with them, and really press the soles of your feet down. Then, step 2, you calibrate to gravity. Immediately shift your focus to what your body is feeling, the weight of yourself in the chair, the pressure of your hand holding onto a railing. That sensory input is what resyncs you to your body, right here, right now.
All right, so the emergency protocol is great for those uh-oh moments, but for long-term stability, that comes down to proper maintenance. And that brings us to section 3, grounding via fuel intake.
What you put into your body, your fuel, is absolutely critical for keeping yourself tethered. So let's look at your nutritional directives. On one side, we have grounding fuel. Think root vegetables, burdock, carrots, lotus root. These are your anchors. On the other side, flotation inducers. We're talking refined sugars, caffeine, things that make you feel, well, floaty. When you're feeling untethered, you've got to ease up on these.
And here's the why behind it, which is pretty cool. Root vegetables literally pull their energy up from the soil, from the earth. So when you eat them, you're taking that earthy, grounding energy right into your own system. You're basically eating your anchor. It's a powerful way to tether yourself to the planet.
Okay, so you have the emergency procedures and you've got the long-term maintenance plan. Now let's talk about the big picture, the whole point of this training. Welcome to section 4, the mission objective. Just take a look at this. On the left, you have the state we want to avoid, the rootless weed. You can see how it could just be blown away by anything, right? No stability. But on the right, that's our goal, the optimal state, the great tree. See how its branches, your consciousness, can reach way up into the cosmos, but at the same time, its roots, your body, are anchored deep, deep in the earth. That balance, that is everything.
So here's a little mantra to take with you, something easy to remember when you're out there. It's this: when you feel the whoosh, focus on the soles. That whoosh is that feeling of detachment starting, and the soles is your trigger, your immediate reminder to use that anchoring protocol we talked about. Simple, right? Lock that one in.
And look, this training is absolutely mission critical. This balance we're talking about is what's going to let you navigate the, let's call them storms, that are coming as we get closer to the 2035 Ascension. Your stability is what guarantees success.
All right, that concludes your initial briefing. You've got the tools, you know the goal, you are fully equipped. So now the only question left is, with your feet planted firmly on the ground, where are you going to choose to walk today? Your mission starts now. You're dismissed.